Here's how to thread a Singer 457 sewing machine. First we're going to wind the bobbin. So we take the thread and we put it through there. Then we bring it down here and into this little thing right here. And bring the thread up, put it into our bobbin right here, like so. Like that. Pull that thread taut, maybe not that taut, and you put it on the bobbin winder. Press it down. You switch the bobbin winder to the on position. Finally, you need to actually turn your sewing machine on, and the special part is you go over to this metal dial here and you loosen it. This disconnects the motor from the sewing apparatus. Then you press your foot on the pedal and you wind the bobbin. Now, if you wind it big enough, it will eventually automatically push itself away from that and turn itself off. But I don't need the bobbin to be that thick. So just clip it there, take it off, and clip this poor end here. Now, retighten that because you need that to be on for the sewing machine to actually work. Now let's thread the machine. So, taking your raw end of thread, put it through here. Now you bring it down into here, this little hook. Now you bring it around through this little disc here. You see that? And you bring it around, and now back over to this side. You need to bring it up through that hook right there and under this.
Moment. Would you show that again?
Yep. So you have it, you bring it around under the disc, and normally it's like this. So you push this up to get it out of the way, and you bring the thread up so that it comes through that hook right there. Here, let me put on a headlight. You see how the thread comes through there, and then you just release that. The key is the thread comes up, goes over the hook, and down under here. Now that you have the thread like that, so that it kind of tugs on the tensioning disc, you bring the thread around and into this thing again, so that it hooks on that side of that. Now, you've got half of it done. You take the end of your thread, and you feed it through here, through the hole right there. And for the second part, you bring it down, feed it through this loop on the side right here. Ow. Now here's the other tricky part. There's a little hook here. You take the thread, you put it on the far side, you bring it over so that it's hooked onto that thread right there. The final step before you thread the needle is you got to put it through this little gap right here. You put that through there. And pull it tight. And now you see the needle goes through this hook and through this little thing. Final step is just to take the needle and put it through the thread, or put the thread through the needle. It's a little low there. Just thread that like so. I need to. There we go. And the final step after you've done that, just pull it taut and bring it under. Press your foot like so. Now the only thing you need to do is put the bobbin that you've just wound into the bobbin case. So you make sure that it's going unspooling counterclockwise. You put it down in there. Now there's two notches. There's this notch and there's this notch. So you take the thread and you bring it down into that first rightmost notch and pull it over. So you kind of feel or hear a click. Then you just bring it up so that it goes through that second notch on the left.
You're gonna need to do that over again.
Okay. So, you got your thing. Make sure it's unspooling counterclockwise. There's 2 notches. This kind of is a hook that goes under on the right, and then on the left is just a single notch. So you take your thread, hold the bobbin in place, you bring the thread under, in through that first notch, down like that, till you kind of feel a click, and then you just bring it up. And it's just, click, and then over here, just want to make sure it's feeding through that little notch. And finally, the thread just comes out like that, and that's all you need. You just close up that, just like so. Now you'll notice that this is not coming through the bottom cavity. That's quite easy. You just go and you turn the machine. You always turn the top towards you to move the machine forwards. So you pull that down, and once you've spooled the machine, if you look down there below the presser foot, you'll notice there's a little loop of thread right there. That is where it has actually pulled the bobbin thread up. You can just pull that out and thus have the bobbin threaded. Now, that's not super important. You can't actually just sew a line on the fabric, and that'll happen automatically, but that makes it a little bit less tangle prone. And that's all there is to threading this beast of a machine.